Hello everybody, it's Dr. Zaino for 15-Minute Fuel. We're just in 15 minutes a day. We're gonna fuel your mind, your body, and your future. Right before we get started today, I wanna talk about the announcements, of course, and thank you so much for your comments and being a part of the We Are Heroes legacy, basically, the journey. So make sure you watch We Are Heroes number 13 is live, so make sure after this you check it out. You'll see the link and everything there. When you're getting on, make sure you say hello and say hi and post any comments you have. Same thing with YouTube over there. Also, we're gonna be starting a podcast soon, so get ready to hear that. That'll be coming soon, probably within the week, so you can be able to hear the 15-minute fuels on audio. So we're gonna have everything there for you guys as well. Make sure you like the at Dr. Zaino page so you have all of that involved, so you can be able to see that and hear this, and make sure you follow so you get all the notifications. Anything else? How'd it go? We got Tim here. We got the crew here as well. Let me see. We had a great weekend. We had a great Sunday. If you haven't seen Sunday, Justice is getting better and better. This thing's reconnecting this. Hold on.
Is it Facebook?
It's Facebook. Bad connection too. I'm going to try it again. All right, we're back on. Sorry guys, the internet's coming in and out, so hang with me. If it goes out, I'll be right back on. So let me get started. All right, so today we're gonna talk about your hero is disguised as ... You know, in going through creating the keynote for the Hero's Journey talk that I'll be doing in probably 10 or 11 days, I had to really get into, I don't really think I answered the question of what was my secret identity. You know, we're talking about the secret identity and all this, but I never really went over what mine was. And someone had commented on it. And so let me explain the story once again, and I just, through thinking about it, I was able to probably find some things out that'll be able to help you guys. So back in 1998, when Mr. America, so I look a certain way, I feel a certain way, you know, bucket list, you know, going for that hero look. Of course, at 26, I married Whitney. And my wife saw me go from a Mr. America status all the way down to nothing when I was diagnosed with an incurable disease called ulcerative colitis. It's something that took every single part of me away from me. It stripped me bare. And looking at surgery, looking at all the drugs that didn't work, and looking at the medical debt, we felt there was no more options. And then the unknown happened. The unknown happened was I was introduced to a corrective care principled chiropractor. And it sounded absurd. It didn't make sense whatsoever because my idea of chiropractic, no one had taught me besides taping my ankles or stretching my hamstrings out. So I had no idea what it was. And to the point where I told this person, I've tried everything. I appreciate it, but I tried it all. And he says, no, you didn't try everything, because if you tried everything, you would have had your result. So I'm like, fair enough. And so I went to see this doctor, Dr. Roger, and he took pictures of my spine. He educated me about the nervous system and how it functions and basically controls everything in the body. My spine was a wreck in the lower spine that I never saw, so I see this blind spot. And then within 7 months, my body was able to heal from something that was told we'd never be able to heal again. And my body did it from the inside out. It was nothing on the outside. So basically, I never needed anything on the outside. And we searched and we looked for the best in the world, but nothing on the outside did the healing. The body was able to heal itself without interference. So when you have when you have an impact, something impacts your life like that, that's your purpose, right? So there's my purpose. Boom, let's go to school for that. So I went to school to become a chiropractor. And we went through school, and Whitney, when I was at school, she worked at different offices to learn how to run the business side of it. So when we came out in 2005, we started our practice, Abundant Life Chiropractic. In the last 12 years, we've seen over 16,000 patients. We became one of the largest clinics in the history of the profession, helping hundreds of thousands of people all around the globe, even more, adding hundreds of thousands of years to hundreds of thousands of lives for the principles and teachings, and helping other doctors coming from all over to learn from what we're doing here. And so we really made a huge impact. And you understand, my practice satisfies all the human needs. I have contribution, I have growth, I have love and connection. And from being successful, a result of that, everything is financial security. I hit the point where I'm able to have a great marriage and 2 beautiful sons that I was told I would never have. A wonderful practice, wonderful people and patients that I call family that could really pour into their life. We have the house, we have everything, like every single thing, and most importantly, I have my health and my family has their health. So how can you have all of that? Here's the question, how can you have all that, but yet looking back then, why, probably around year 8 or 9, why was I starting to feel a slight depression? Why was I starting to feel anxious? Why was I starting to feel like there's something in the basement or a beast in the cage? Why was I starting to feel like it's a midlife crisis. I didn't know the feeling. I couldn't explain it. Something was there. And because of that, because it's an emotion that you can't put your finger on and you really don't want to talk about. So I start becoming numb, because numb is a defense mechanism to just shut out the emotion and not deal with it. But then when I become numb, my heart starts to callous. I start to, lose passion at work and lose passion towards people. I start to lose passion and be calloused at home. So I start to become numb and cold because I'm trying to shut out this feeling, this grieving or mourning that I can't explain what it is. And it's a tough conversation to have, because if I asked anybody and sat down with a chiropractor and anybody and said, listen, I've attained all of this, but why do I feel a little depressed and angry and sad and something's not right on the inside? They would tell me, dude, get over it. You're blessed. Have a great life. You made it. But it wasn't that I was ungrateful, because I truly was grateful, but there was just something there. And then I went back, I couldn't figure it out. It wasn't a midlife crisis. I just couldn't. And I said, maybe it's my why. Because you talk about your purpose comes from your why. Yeah, my purpose and my why, my drive comes from my why. So I went back, well, maybe because I'm older, my purpose or why changed. So therefore, maybe if I go deep, I could find it and reconnect. And so because when your heart's calloused, it feels at the moment, it felt then, it would never break away. I almost thought it was a terminal disease when my heart started to callous. I thought, well, maybe after 8 to 10 years dealing with people and dealing with tough stuff, maybe when your heart calluses, that's it. And you need to move on, like calluses on my hand, they're there. Why do I want to help? Why am I doing chiropractic? Because I want to help people. Why? So they can live their potential. Why? So they could have an amazing long life with their family. Why? So they can leave a legacy. Why? So they could be the true potential God created them to be. Why? And I'm asking the why and it's not budging. Then probably 3 or 4 days into it, I'm asking the why, and all of a sudden, out of frustration and out of pain, I yell out, because I want to be admired. I just want to be known as a person that did amazing things in life and helped people out. And I just want to be known for that I worked hard and I lived a good life. And although it sounded so selfish, it was the only thing that I felt a crack, that it felt real. And that's why I went on Google and I typed in admired, achievements, contribution, and hit search. And when I looked on Google, the word popped out, the definition of hero. And it was one of those moments, in the moment when I saw the definition of hero, which was to be admired for something, to be admired for courage, outstanding achievements, contribution, and nobility in a noble way. When I saw that, and then immediately I was able to see my whole life flash before me and see when I was a child, and I played piano in church, and when I to play the piano, and then I would work out to be like a hero, to look like my dad, and to look at like all these other superheroes. And then I wore superhero uniforms. And then as I grew up, in bodybuilding to look like the superhero, then I found a profession, chiropractic, which we literally say the term, what are we doing today? And we say, we're going to save lives. So my whole life, the ether of my life and the ribbon, the whole thing that was really connecting my entire life, that was there the whole time, was I wanted to be a hero. It's always been there. I was the hero. And could it be that we were born with the hero inside of us? So what happened? And here I was looking out at everybody. I was trying to read the books, go to the gurus, trying to get the therapy to myself, feeling that I needed something else. But the thing is, we don't need anything else. We just need to get through the layer of our secret identity. So I was living this secret identity. I didn't know what it was. And so to answer the question, I haven't talked to you guys before, well, what was my secret identity? Because the secret identity isn't just putting on glasses like Clark Kent and Superman looking like Clark Kent. My secret identity was I based my life and I based my identity according to my profession. So here I'm the chiropractor, and I went beast mode and hero mode as a chiropractor, achieved the top in what I had to do. So I was beast mode hero in the chiro profession. I got admired in the chiro profession. Patients admired. So I was getting hero status there. But the thing is, inside, I was grieving my potential that I know I could do more. Because what you guys didn't realize, when I went home, I was doing personal development. I realized it wasn't just adjusting the spine I had to adjust the mind. I had to shift people's mindset. I saw people speaking death over their life. And when you talk to them, they were speaking evil over their life. And I realized, like, that's not who God created you to be. So the whole time I knew it was here. It wasn't just adjusting the spine. It was adjusting the mind and opening up. So I had this, in the inside, I knew I could do 100 times more impact. I was inspired by people speaking to tens and 20,000 people in a room. Like, that's what I wanted to do. It was there, but I felt that I had to stay in my lane. I had to stay the chiropractor. Number one, what would I do if I reached out of the profession? Then I wouldn't have the status of being the hero in the profession where I would journey into something different. What would my peers say? Because part of my secret identity was a successful secret identity. I did really well in my profession. My peers appreciated me. I got the recognition. But also what I didn't do is part of the hero is, the hero, and we talk about it, and it's so counterintuitive, a hero has to have enough pride and ego to be able to accept that they are important and they do contribute. Because there's something called false humility. And false humility means that you actually think less of yourself. It's a very low self-esteem, low worthy. It's almost like you think even more poorly than you really are of yourself. And that is probably the worst thing you could do for yourself versus having pride, and you know what the word pride, like the definition is this. It's having success and achievement. It's being, what do you call it? Success and achievement. It's appreciating and feeling a level of success and appreciation for something that you did, or something that you did along with others, like your team or your family, or a sense of pleasure and appreciation for a quality that you have or something that you have that is admired. Think about that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all the intention, right? So of course, when people say, thank you, Dr. Zaino, for helping me, I'd be like, no, it's all you. So I would do a total false humility because I felt if I couldn't receive the thanks, if I received the thanks, I was acting in pride and sin. And it really was crushing my self-esteem for ever thinking I could do more, and I had to stay here. So there's no fulfillment. It was my hero and secret identity battling each other. So if you're watching this right now and you feel that, when someone says thank you, or they want to say, listen, you helped their life, or you changed their life, receive it. And now what I do is I say, I receive that. Thank you so much, because the ego and the pride is you're being appreciated, right, for something that you do, or feeling appreciated and achieved for something you accomplished. Congratulations. Or for something that was accomplished by those around you, a team, such as your family or your friends. Aren't you proud of your friends? Don't you feel great when a team does something great? Where's the sin in that? Or if you have a quality, a God-given quality. Let's say God gave you the gift of music or singing, and someone says, that touched me. Feel good about that. Feel a sense of pride about that, because you know what? If I gave my son something, a gift, and he didn't appreciate it as his father, I'd be like, dude, this is for you. Like, your father wants you to appreciate the gifts that you have, but we're told it's wrong. We're told it's sin. And then ego is having a sense of self-esteem and self-importance. And if your attention is right, self-esteem is huge. False humility is low self-esteem. You need to have a good high self-esteem. Who does well with a low self-esteem? No one. In fact, that keeps you in your secret identity and self-importance. Tell me a mother isn't important. Show me one person that could tell me, my mother, or if you're a mom, you don't think you're important. Of course you're important. If you're the boss at work, tell me you're not important. If you're an employee at work, let's say if there's 100 people, you're number 100 on the employee list. You don't think your job is important? So this is why we're told a lie. And I'm telling you why we're told a lie, because deep down is to keep us in the secret identity. So my secret identity was, and here's the whole punchline of this 15-minute fuel. I was always the hero, and you were always the hero. But I was the hero secretly disguised as a chiropractor. There's the hero that's secretly disguised as a mother, or as a wife, or as a husband. So instead of your job or your role defining who you were, because see, it was safe for me. Chiropractic was safe. I rocked it. I could do good. I got pats in the back. So it was safe for me. But the thing is, because something's safe doesn't mean I'm reaching my potential. My potential is 100 times that. I understand that I have the gifts and talents God gave me, and I felt that I was grieving the potential of doing more and making an impact selfishly, unselfishly. So if I could move beyond and help more people, then I know I could reach my higher potential and appreciate the gifts. Be aware God gave me the gift of speaking and video. Now I could take this to the masses. So you see, you have to have the ego and the pride there to be able to accept the appreciation. Here for 12 years, my patients have told me every day what the gift God gave me to do. And I didn't receive it. So it came the day where this happens, where you get sick of not receiving the gift God created you for. And then once you get fed up enough and you take off the secret identity, now you can explore, develop the gifts you were given to do, be proud about it, and go out and give it to the world. So that's what this is. So how many of us are really heroes, but we're secretly disguised as ... fill in the blank. So what do you call yourself? I'm a mom. No, you're a hero, and you're disguising yourself as a mom and a wife, but you're really a hero. I work at Bank of America. No, you don't. You're a hero. You're a God-given gift with talents, but you're disguised at working at someone at Bank of America. Superman was always Superman. His disguise was Clark Kent, which fooled nobody. And by the way, your secret identity doesn't fool anybody. So what happened? My practice started going down because my patients saw that I was grieving. There was a lack of connection, and they started leaving. Why? Because my secret identity was winning. And it got to the point where I couldn't handle it anymore. I wasn't going to grieve my potential anymore. So many people believe the lie of their secret identity. Which is the secret identity? Again, to define it, it's a counterfeit version of you. It's a less than version of you. Or it's a counterfeit version of somebody else because somebody else told you what you should do versus how you were created to be. So remember, you're always the hero. It's always been there. And don't let your role right now define who you are. Because if I just say, I'm Chris Zaino, I'm a chiropractor, then I would have to stay in my lane. So anytime I got out of that lane, I would feel less than, or I would have to be brought back to it. You know, what are my peers going to say? It doesn't matter. The thing now, when you realize I was meant for greater things, and you're meant for greater things to keep on evolving and pursuing your purpose, that's living your hero mode. And your hero mode is always getting bigger and bigger once you're aware of it. But you can't live in false humility. You have to receive the thanks. You have to receive what people are saying about you. Thank them and receive it and feel proud and okay about it. Because you know what, just like any father, if I gave my kid a gift and he was so happy and proud about that, that makes me happy and proud as well. And when you look at pride, it was having satisfaction over an achievement you did, or satisfaction over achievement with a group that you were associated with, or a quality that you have satisfaction over. And what I like about the word pride also means a group of lions in a unit. That to me is powerful. A group of lions in a unit, that's another word for pride. Ego is having the sense of self-worth and self-esteem. All great stuff. Passion though, on the other hand, if you look it up, don't want to be there. It's emotions all over the place, and it's lustful. It's not a good place to be. So receive the thanks, receive the praise that people give you in a humble way. And the reason why, to show you how you keep humility in this and how I keep humility in this, is a hero recognizes their weaknesses. See, you can have massive ego and pride, but when you know that you're not perfect, when you're self-aware of saying, these are my weaknesses. I know my weaknesses. And here's the great part. When you know if you said you have no weaknesses, then that's delusional. Okay, then that's not good. But when you know your weaknesses and you're self-aware of that, in the weakness comes the courage. In the weakness comes the humility. And the opposite of conformity is the secret identity. The opposite of it is courage, which is hero. So you see, when you know your weaknesses, you could have pride, you could have ego, and humility all at the same time, and that is your hero mode. And you go on and do what you're created to do. So remember, do not let what you're doing right now when you're watching this, whatever you say you are, when someone says, what do? You tell them you're a hero. You're a hero, secretly disguised as a chiropractor, a grandmother, a wife, a Bank of America teller. Whatever that is that's not who you are. You've always been hero. Well, I appreciate it, guys. If you like that, thumbs up. They should have muscles up as well. Make sure you share this. This is a good one today. And if you hear these hero things, because I am working on the keynote, so you're hearing the keynote. I have to do this with you. So if I have to do a keynote, a 20-minute keynote in 10 days, that's all I'm practicing is this. So I'm basically delivering this, and I'm working with Roberto Monaco on getting this right. So share this, like it, spread it around, and let's have a great time. Make sure you go to my YouTube page, Chris Zaino, that has all these fuels there, and the We Are Heroes. Make sure you check out We Are Heroes episode 13. You're gonna love it. Any comments below? Now I'm gonna try to get the comments, so bear with me. If I could do this. Hey mom, Ed, very good. Doc, so true. Let's see, Kevin Offsinger, hello. Do you have your phone there, Tim?
What's up?
Do you have your phone over there?
Yeah.
Do you see any questions? Because I don't want to miss questions.
It's actually recording your audio right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, check it out.
I'll pause it.
Are you getting audio from this?
I'm getting 2 types of audio.
Got it. All right, so any questions, guys, just let me know. And I only see one line, so I apologize once again. If you do have any questions, I will always answer them, So just give yourself permission to hero. Any question you put there, I'll absolutely answer them. My wife and I always do that. Tomorrow, it's going to be 15-minute fuel. We're going to probably still delve into the subject. Let me go over this. So tomorrow, I can tell you right now. So we went over my story, and then my mission now is to do what? The mission is this. My new mission is to lead people that are sleepwalking through life, living their secret identity, to wake them up to see their genius, their greatness, and their buried hero. And then to also, those who are awake, those you guys who know your heroes, to be able to then lead you on an inspirational experience to develop your superpowers or your qualities and talents, to be able to rise to the top, and also encourage you to join the mission, to be able to help other people find the hero as well. Because a hero is what? It's someone who is admired and idealized for contribution, courage, outstanding achievement, in a noble way. But the biggest enemy of the hero is not the villain. It's the what? It's the secret identity. All right, so tomorrow I'll actually tell you how we get rid of the secret identity and how do we go full hero mode. I'll go through the 3 steps in order to do that. I'll see you guys tomorrow on 15-Minute Fuel, which is in 15 minutes a day. Will fuel your mind, your body, and your future. God bless. Hey YouTube, thanks guys for watching.